Hey, that's Joey.
That's Ryan.
We're palling around.
I'm not a pedophile. So, we did something interesting this week. We've got some feedback from our various listeners. They're up in the hundreds now.
um, First off, well, I want to address something that I saw in the comments a lot, at
Oh, okay.
least like 100 times.
Yeah.
So I have a neighbor,
Uh huh.
um, and he
Oh, oh,
he
about this. You know what? I realized I heard in the last recording. I know exactly where this is going.
yeah, I have a neighbor that likes to do stock car racing, and he
Mm-hmm.
was testing his car through the whole podcast, the whole last podcast. So,
Yeah. It did sound like you were in the car.
well, it did because we live very close,
Right.
very close.
It did sound like he was driving.
Yeah, he
Was he
was
just
testing in the yard.
Was he just going in circles around your house?
Yeah,
That would make sense because that's exactly what it sounded like.
yeah, that's pretty
But that
much
won't
it.
happen again this time.
No.
We are recording this at 2 in the morning when he sleeps.
Uh-huh.
So,
Sure.
fingers crossed he doesn't get a bug up his ass and wants to test out his new car.
Right.
Um, so, back to what I was saying.
Hang on, I gotta get my steering wheel put on my desk. Okay, go ahead.
Right. Um, we've heard feedback. We are going to bring a new method uh, to podcast. And by we, I mean probably you, because I would do it for about a week and then get bored doing it.
Yeah.
Um, we're going to sort of organize our thoughts. Is that the right word? Because we're not
No,
really organizing
I
them.
was going to completely ignore this whole conversation
Oh,
and not even say anything about it.
all right, fair enough.
I don't feel like we need to say anything about it. Anyways, food for thought. Thought for
Uh
food.
huh.
Do you think Helen Keller existed?
So this, okay. So this is why I mentioned it because we decided to kind of take notes about just little stuff we'll talk about throughout the week, stuff that we realized would make good content and we would forget about. So the first time I go to make a note, being like, this would be interesting to talk about, I realized that I had about three different notepads open in my notes app of varying unique questions. And I thought we could go through them sort of rapid fire and see what you think about these questions. As for the Helen Keller one, yes, she did exist. She was 100% faking that.
Wait, what?
Helen Keller did exist.
Right.
She was faking that.
Oh, that's not how I feel at all.
You think she didn't exist?
No, I believe Helen Keller existed. She was
Uh huh.
blind, she was deaf, and she sat in her house 24/7 and did absolutely nothing.
Oh.
And someone along the way went, wow, her life really fucking sucks. So I
Oh.
imagine two people like us taking care of her, and we go, her life sucks, right? Yeah. But no one ever really comes to see her, right? Yeah. So basically, we could just make up a whole bunch of shit about her, and no one would ever know.
Do you think it was that fucking teacher
Huh?
who was like they're making that teacher that went to talk teacher? Do you think she was just like this dumb bitch isn't gonna learn shit, so she just started making stuff up to get a better paycheck?
I don't know what teacher you're talking about.
She did you not do? How much do you know about Helen Keller?
I know she was blind and deaf. She allegedly wrote a book. She allegedly flew a plane across the Pacific, which is impossible. But that's, yeah. Apparently, she did a bunch of stuff, all of which
Okay,
was physically impossible for someone that's blind and deaf.
Brian, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
And I need you to take this seriously. It's
Uh
been
huh.
weighing. It's been weighing on my heart
Yeah.
and my soul and my eyes and my ears and my head.
Okay.
It's a very serious question.
Yeah.
Would you rather have finger-sized nipples or nipple-sized fingers?
See, finger-sized nipples
Yeah.
or nipple-sized.
Let's say, for sake of discussion, they even have joints.
Oh, then finger-sized
No,
nipples.
no, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that actually.
100%. Because imagine I could hold so much more stuff. So imagine I'm grabbing stuff. Like imagine I'm grabbing some stuff out of a cabinet or something. And
Yeah,
I'm saying, so picture this. I reach up, I grab something, I put it into my left hand. I reach up again and grab something. I don't have a left hand to put it in. Oh, wait, there's a
just
nipple
hook your finger
finger.
around it.
Boom. Now I
Um,
grab something else, put it around the other nipple, and then I carry four things.
think about this. You're working.
Uh
It's
huh.
hot out.
Yeah.
Sweaty.
Right.
You're at work, so you're using both your hands. Your
Right.
chest itches.
Okay.
You use your
Yeah. I
finger
just use my
nipples.
finger to itch my chest. Exactly.
Fuck, dude. Now I really want finger. I also kind of want to go away from this because I realize how hard finger nipples is for me to say.
Yeah. Finger
It's taken a
nipples.
lot of brain power. Finger nipples. It's a weird. It's a weird world we live in where we don't have finger nipples.
I guess. Uh.
Do you want me to just read off all these
No.
questions that I have in this note? We don't have to
Not
answer
really.
them. There's not that many.
I mean, sure. I guess.
Would you rather have a 10-inch long belly button that
Are these
swayed to
all would
music?
you rather's?
Or
Huh?
this is a folder that just says "Would you rather."
Ah.
Right.
Okay.
Would you rather have a 10-inch long belly button that swayed to music or accordions for legs?
Accordions for legs.
I imagine they're functional. I imagine
Yeah.
you can make them play
Yeah.
music.
Accordions for legs all day long.
Um,
Why? Why?
why
Why
would
is
you
that
want the
so
belly
funny?
button? No, I was just thinking, why would you want the belly button?
Why
Well,
would
it
you?
does sway the
Yeah. I don't
music.
know.
Oh, you can lay on your back and then you can play like Rio, and it can just like dance like a.
Again, why would you want the belly button?
Would you rather have a dog with human hands or a cat with a human face?
Dog with human hands. I'm trying to picture
Yeah,
it. Or a cat with a human face. A dog with human hands, for sure.
I don't want
Wait, why did
dogs
I
look.
have to think? I didn't need to think about that at all. I would
Yeah,
take a
you
dog
hate
over a
cats.
cat any day. Yeah, I
Yeah.
fucking hate
Now, what
cats.
if the cat looked like Tom Cruise?
Nope, doesn't matter. It's a cat.
Would
I
you
feel like
rather
a
be a?
cat that looked like Tom Cruise would be extra dickish.
You're absolutely right. What if it looked? What if it had a really kind face? What if it was your face?
I'd still take the dog.
If I could pick, if I could have a cat that looks just like a cat, but have my face, I would 100% take that thing everywhere with me.
That's fucking weird.
Oh, I don't care, man. You know how funny that would be?
No, it'd be terrifying.
No, that'd be pretty cool.
You would no, you would get even less close to the schools with that.
I would just send it to scout out the schools for me.
Of course you would. Because why wouldn't
If
you?
if the kids run, I have no chance. If they try to touch it, I'm golden, baby.
Okay, what's this next one in your folder?
What's a body part that you wouldn't mind losing?
Body part I wouldn't mind losing.
Can't be fingers or toes. Toes.
Hmm.
It has to be at least hand. It could be an organ, but it can't be appendix.
Kidney.
Really? I mean, I guess you got two of them. I can't afford to lose a kidney.
Um. Ooh, I got a good one.
Okay.
ACL.
Right. So you can have 0 ACLs.
I'm doing just fine with one.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? You're right. You proved that
I mean,
you can live
honestly,
without an
I
ACL.
feel like the gym has been helping a lot.
With your oh, it's regrowing it.
No, it's building muscle around my knee. I mean, that's what the doctor even told me. He said if I can build muscle around it, I won't need the ACL for support, and the muscle
I
will
would
help
pick
support it.
an like an ear maybe.
An ear. You
Yeah,
know, no, I'm good.
I don't think I need 2 of them.
No, I 100% need 2 ears. That would suck.
This one just says, "Is God real?"
Okay, and what's the next one say?
Is Fred Durst cool?
Fred Durst, like from Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, like from Limp Bizkit.
100% cool. I
See,
would hang out with Fred Durst in a
I
heartbeat.
kind of flip and flop on this one because he seems like a real loser, but in the coolest way possible.
Wait, how
So
does
I
he
don't
seem
know
like
if
a
that makes him.
loser?
He just, I don't know, dude. It's hard to explain.
No, try to explain it. How does he seem like a
He,
loser?
he looks like if you took. He looks like if you took 20 trailer parks and boiled them down to one person.
Okay.
You know what? That is pretty cool. What
Uh,
is fast?
what is,
Yeah,
like, what do you mean, the word? Or,
that's all it says. It just says what is fast.
I guess, yeah, that's a good question.
Like, what is fast?
What is slow?
That's not the question.
True. You're right.
Right?
My
What
bad.
is fast? You're getting graded on these. What is fast?
I feel like I don't know I don't know how to answer that.
It's not this conversation. I'll tell you that. Just tell me what is fast.
Fast is not slow.
All right, very well. Hot or
Okay.
cold?
I didn't like that one. Cold.
What the best movie?
The best movie, Top Gun.
What the best movie?
Yep, Top Gun.
That was it. That was all that was in here, or at least that's worth reading. Um, and then one night, I was keeping track of notes.
Uh-huh.
I actually found this article um, called "How to Profit Off of Podcasts." Unrelated.
Okay.
It's actually called "Podcast Best Practices and Benchmarks: A Guide for Podcasters and Marketers in 2024." So it's up to date. Won't read that right now. But then I had one of those moments where my brain just kept running,
Yeah.
and I had to write it all down. I'm just going to read this. Don't stop me, or do. It's up to
Okay.
you. I'm just going to read it as fast as I can, because there's a decent amount here. Been watching a lot of videos of a British camping guy. I don't know. Seems neat, I guess.
A British camping guy.
Yep.
Sorry, you said don't interrupt you. That's right.
Why does Edward Scissorhands... How does Edward Scissorhands masturbate? And
Very
also,
painfully.
what was that movie? The premise was that he has scissors for hands. Like, what? Who comes up with that? I have a million similar thoughts like that daily. For example, an action movie where the Agent 000 type hero is killing villains left and right, but it's on accident, and he thinks he's doing a peace mission. I realized just now that is literally a Mr. Bean movie. Or a drama where a person is born with just one big ol' eye in the middle of their fucking face and they're just trying to fit in. Or a mystery movie, but the detective can taste the past. Okay, it's actually not that easy to think of something as simplistically perfect as Scissorhands.
That's it.
Is pasta just Italian? No one ever calls ramen pasta. They call it ramen.
No, I call ramen a pasta.
Okay. Belly buttons are weird, right?
No.
And then this one actually kind of fucked me up because I had this thought: if you took a piece of chicken, let's say a leg, battered it, deep fried it, and we're munching on it, and a chicken comes into the room and
Right.
sees you eating it, would that chicken go, "Oh, that's what my leg would look like if you defeathered me, deskinned me, battered me, and fried me"?
No.
Exactly. So, would you, if a bigger being, let's say just an alien for conversation's sake, cooked you up,
Okay.
would you realize that they were eating human?
Yes.
What was the difference?
Because we have a brain.
Chickens have brains; they're just not very big.
Sorry, we have a complex brain. We have thought processes other than walk, eat, shit.
See, I'm not convinced. I think if
So you're telling
we,
me if you walked in and you saw a human leg sitting on a table, you wouldn't go, "That's a human leg."
I don't think, I think if it's a bigger entity that eats human-sized creatures all the time, or maybe not even human-sized creatures, but different creatures that I've never seen before, and let's just say it's like a knee below, cut off, and it's just meat like deep fried and battered. I don't think I would go, yeah, that's definitely a human leg. I don't think
Okay,
I've seen
okay,
enough
okay.
legs
If it's
on
deep fried and battered, then absolutely not. If it's non-recognizable, then no. You wouldn't tell it's a human leg.
yeah.
You're asking if he took human, blended it up into a shake. You're wondering if you would be able to tell if it's human. If it's non-recognizable as human, no, you're not going to recognize it as human.
listen, listen, I never said the question was good.
Yeah, it's a pretty fucking awful question.
I just wrote it down one night because I was really tired.
Clearly.
And then this one just says whack and wavy arm inflatable tube man. I'm pretty sure that was a conversation we were having, and I wanted to talk about more. I don't remember what the conversation was about.
Okay.
It just says whack and wavy arm inflatable tube man, and that's it. That's all I have.
Okay.
You got anything?
What about the solar eclipse?
Yeah, it was kind of underwhelming. It was
Okay.
cool, but everybody
Underwhelming
was
my
like,
ass.
no, everybody was hyping it. All that happened is that it started getting a little dark. Then
It
it got
got
really dark, and then it
nighttime.
looked really cool for like 2 minutes,
Yeah.
and then it was just back to nothing.
Yeah, that's exactly what everyone said was going to happen.
Yeah, it was kind of, I don't know. Maybe if no one told me what was going to happen, I would have found it more exciting.
But no one hyped it up.
People spoiled the solar eclipse for me. Dude,
Sure, I
honestly, if
guess.
no one told me it was going to happen and it just happened, I would have probably shit my pants.
Right. But
Well, what'd you think about it, pal?
if no one told me a solar eclipse was happening and it happened,
Yeah.
knowing what I know about solar eclipses, I would be like, is this a solar eclipse?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
But what did you think about it?
What did I think about it?
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty fucking cool. And the
Yeah.
fact that I'll probably never see one again in my lifetime makes it even cooler.
I think the difference is, and I kind of told you that this was going to happen. For the hour leading up to it, I was at work. You were at home. Lucky bitch. For the hour leading up to it, nothing was going on at work. And our boss was kind of like, yeah, just go stand outside and stare at the sun. I don't give a fuck. And everywhere I went, a sorted employee whose name shall not be mentioned, or he would show up outside my door just being like, what happened?
Charlie.
He followed me
Yeah.
every fucking where I went.
Yeah, it's because you're too nice to him.
And no, I was just he would say something to me, and I would just walk away.
It's because you didn't hide from him.
I tried.
You didn't hide
I
good enough.
tried, dude. I ended up going to the other side of the Walmart building.
That's what I
We don't
was.
work at Walmart.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I was literally walking down there like while totality was happening, trying to
I
get the fuck
I
away
would
from
have
it.
walked to receiving and then watched it
That
from over
that's
there.
yeah, that's I was on the other side of the smoke shack, but yeah. Yeah, dude, it was I think that just put me in a sour mood knowing that he exists and he saw the same thing I saw.
Yeah, every day I know he's alive is just another day in hell.
It really knowing people like him exist makes me understand why people commit war
Okay, yeah,
and
fair,
war
fair point.
crimes. If
Okay,
someone gave me a gun and said we have to fight the Russians, and I'm like, I don't know, man, what did they ever do wrong? And they showed me a picture of Charlie, and they're all like him. I'll be like, yeah, give me two guns.
I can agree with that. Question:
Yeah,
What's your
yeah.
favorite? What's your favorite Darude song?
I only know the one,
Oh,
and I think you know full well I only know the one.
right.
Do you
But
know more than one?
but what would yours be? I know
Uh,
more than one.
if I had
There's
to
Feel the
just,
Beat, and there's
there's more
another
than
one.
one.
I can't remember what the other one's called.
Did you
Calm.
look this up? Did you know this prior, or did you look this up?
No, I've known about these two others.
Mine would
Feel the
be
Beat and Calm Storm or something.
mine would be
Did you just look
mine
it up?
would
Yeah, you just
no
looked it up.
mine. I think if I had to pick, it would be probably Sandstorm. Probably Sandstorm.
Yeah, it's a solid one.
Yeah.
Another question.
Okay.
Why don't you ever believe me at work? Like, no matter
Um.
what I say, you never believe me.
Any examples?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just
Um.
anything I say, you're like, nah, I don't think so.
Is he kind of full of shit?
Okay. It's a little
Well,
rude,
am I not supposed to answer honestly?
but I'm not full of shit. A lot
You're
of
a
the
little full
time,
of stinky poo poo.
no.
You're always telling these tall tales.
Like what?
Well, you told me about those beans you got from you traded a cow for some beans,
What?
and then it grew
You're
and
talking
you
about Jack and
planted
the
them.
Beanstalk. No.
Oh, oh, there was that one time you told me about how you had to get away from your abusive stepmother and your three stepsisters, and
Nope.
a very
Another fairy tale.
um, the one time you kissed nine dwarfs on their lips.
That was. You were not supposed to talk about
Oh, that one was true.
that. No.
Okay. Uh, yeah, that's all I got. Oh, when you're like, no, Joey, I didn't go golfing with anyone, so why would I invite you?
What?
I went by myself.
I've never
When
gone
you're
golfing
like,
by myself.
when we're like, oh, those are my golf clubs. I don't actually go golfing. I just have them in my passenger seat.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Why? Because you're jealous that I don't ask you to go golf?
Sometimes. You know when the last time we hung out was
Yeah. Monday.
outside work. What
Oh,
did we do
okay.
Monday?
We worked.
Oh, you're right, outside work. Do you know when the last time we hung out was?
I don't know.
It was when we went to the gym.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That was 2 weeks ago on a Sunday.
Yeah. Do you know when it was before that?
No.
I believe, if I am recalling correctly, It was about 3 years ago when I had to scoop up your
Oh
vomit
yeah,
macaroni
that
with a
was
paper
fun.
plate.
It was a fun night. That was the last time I ever drank Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Anyways, there's a reason to be jealous.
I, I'm married with 2 kids now. It's kind of hard.
I know lots of people who are married and or have kids and make time for me.
And they are irresponsible.
No,
Name
she's
one.
the most responsible person I know.
Name one.
My mommy.
I don't think she makes time for you. I think you're just there, and she's got to like be like, "Oh, right. I love you."
She does say it just like that. You really got her down to a T.
I've been practicing.
Why?
You know, my impressions.
So you got okay. Can we hear some more of your impressions?
Like who?
Can you do Gilbert Gottfried?
Um, no,
Okay.
sure
Can,
can't.
can you do a Jack Sparrow?
I'm Captain Jack Sparrow.
So, okay, that's also a no. Can you do
My
a
God, you're dead.
can you do an at? No, that one's not very funny. Can you do? I don't know any funny impersonations, dude.
Um, just take the pudding
Oh, that one's good. That one's totally
and put the
okay.
drugs in it.
Yeah. They I kind of felt like that's where that was. Hey, did you hear OJ died?
Yeah.
Don't sound sad. What the fuck?
Sorry. Yeah.
What the fuck? Don't sound
Why?
happy about
Why?
it. Don't sound
He was a
sad
good
or
man.
happy about. He allegedly.
No, allegedly.
No, allegedly
wasn't
he was a
good
bad man. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But
And
by the
he
court of
was-
law.
By the court of law, he was a good man.
Wait, didn't he still get arrested?
Yes, and then proved innocent.
Who was it that just got out of jail? Was that R. Kelly?
Oh, did he? Because he was diddling people, literally.
I thought it was OJ that got out of prison. Because I remember someone getting out of prison. They're like, I'm making YouTube videos now. Okay. Yeah. There's too many of them. Diddlers, that is.
Yeah. You would know, wouldn't you?
I don't know what you're referring about. Oh, I guess I have a fun story to tell.
Okay, go ahead.
You already heard this, but you can help tell it
Oh.
because you were there when it happened.
Okay.
At work, someone came in to get their limo serviced.
I was there.
It was a limo.
Yeah, I was there.
First, he wanted. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the audience,
Oh.
which I think is Brandon. So, oh, and 99 other people because we have 100 listeners. Some guy comes in with the limo and he's like, "Can I my oil changed?" And we're like, "You're high." And then he's like, "Well, just battery." So,
Well, let's explain. We have pull-in bays, not pull-through bays. We don't have RV bays like a lot of other ones have. We are not equipped
Right.
for larger vehicles, so that's why we were like, "No, you
Wink.
must be high."
wink.
I don't know what you're winking at.
Right, because we don't have that equipment. Wink.
I still don't know why you're winking.
So,
Because we
he's
really
like, well,
don't
can I
have
get-
the equipment.
right. Wink.
Don't know why he's winking.
I'm not. Wink, wink. So, he's like, well, I'll get battery change. Okay, cool. So, I go pull the vehicle in. And he has this, like, kids in the vehicle. And I'm like, oh, they can't be in the vehicle. And he, like, goes to, like, wait in the car. And I come to him, like, hey, man, you know, I'm going to pull it in now. He's like, okay, cool. And he gets out. And his 2 sons get out and follow him. I'm like, okay, cool. I really didn't want to tell, like, little kids, get the fuck out. And I sit down, and I hear giggling. And I turn around, there's these two little girls sitting in the back. And I go,
he was happy.
shut up.
Sorry.
And I go, all right. I don't care enough. I don't want to talk to them. I'm just going to pull them. So I start up the car, and the second I start up the car, one of the little girls giggles, looks at her, I'm assuming sister, and goes, "We're getting kidnapped again."
Yeah, and we did not call the authorities.
And yeah, we maybe
So
should
sorry
have.
to those little girls. If you
Yeah.
ever hear this.
Oh, can you kidnap someone getting kidnapped?
Probably.
No, that feels like double jeopardy, right?
Well, I feel like it's Stockholm syndrome at that point. Like-
If you kidnap someone who's in the act of getting kidnapped, it's technically a rescue if you drop them off at the police.
Sure.
But no one says how long you have until you drop them off at the police.
Okay. Sounds like we're getting in a gray area here.
As long as you have enough money, dude, that judge will say guilty. Trust me.
Okay. So,
That-
Toby Keith's song came on the other day at work,
Oh, sure.
and you said, or no, I said, oh, rip. And you're like, yeah, poor Jimmy. Do you actually think Toby Keith's name is Jimmy?
No, I was making a joke about how Jimmy Buffett died.
Jimmy
And
Buffett
because
died?
they're both, oh my fucking god, how do you know about Toby Keith dying but not Jimmy Buffett?
I don't know. I don't listen to rap.
Ryan, I literally heard you pumping yourself up to Mo Bamba before you started hitting record.
Mo Bamba.
You were literally listening to Lose Yourself by Eminem.
Dude, you just named 2 different songs.
You were screaming your lungs out to Lollipop.
Okay, that's a good song.
I thought you just said you don't listen to rap.
I don't.
Okay.
But if I did listen to rap, it would be Bob Ross.
It would be who?
Bob Ross?
The painter?
Yeah, what? Yeah. Sure, some would say he's a murderer.
No, I'm.
Okay,
Am I?
if you, no, seriously, if you go, so if you play like a time lapse of all of his finished paintings, they
Yeah.
make like a trail,
Oh.
like a perfect trail, and they always end up at like a cabin in the woods.
Oh.
So there's a theory that people think
Okay, hold
he
on.
was a serial killer, and he's actually leading people to where he buried the bodies. That keyboard clack.
Okay. All right. I have a time lapse of season 1 finished paintings.
Okay.
All right. There's a nice mountain landscape. There it is in winter. The trees all have snow on them. It's like a little trail. That's. I think that's my town. Hold on.
Okay.
That's the highway. That's Is that my street? Hold on. That's my house.
I don't
There's a
like this bit
painting
you're
of
doing.
my house. What is that? What is that in my backyard? What is that? Is that an effigy? Why is the effigy burning? Oh,
Joey.
wait, hold on.
You burned that last night.
Bob Ross could see the future.
Yep.
Through paint. Oh, shit. Hold on. There's an X in the backyard.
Oh,
Do you think there's treasure back there?
probably. Some kind of treasure.
Should I go dig it up? I can't go digging in the backyard. There's too many pets buried back there.
That's fucking weird. Like Pet Cemetery?
Yeah. Where do you bury your pets?
I don't know. Like at the supermarket?
Which supermarket?
Just whatever's closest. Whatever's running low on meat.
Right. So okay. I said berry.
Well, yeah, I bury him way down in the cooler.
Ryan, please don't tell me you eat dog meat.
I don't.
Okay. Please don't tell me you chop up and package dog meat as pork chops and then put it on the shelves of your local
I
grocery
don't.
store. Okay, I didn't hear a wink, so I think we're good.
Oh, sorry. I forgot you couldn't see me.
We goof, we gap. I'm not a pedophile. Ryan doesn't hack up innocent animals and sell them as. Wink. No, I can't. No.
Jesus
One of
Christ.
those is true, and it's not my thing.
Okay.
I don't like this. I don't like this bit.
You're the one that started the show off with the bit.
I don't think I did. Did I?
Yeah.
I started off by saying I'm not a pedophile. That's what everybody who's not a pedophile says.
Clear the right. Left side. Clear on the left.
Right?
Sure.
I've never heard pedophiles say I'm not a pedophile. Shit, I've heard every pedophile say I'm not a pedophile.
Clear on the left.
I gotta stop saying that, don't I?
Yeah, you really do.
Clear on the left.
I am a pedophile.
Stop saying
There you
that, too.
Oh shit, what did I say then? How did people know? I
Just-
like mature women.
So you like cougars?
No, mature, like post-pubescent. Pubescent. That's a tough word to say.
Pubescent?
Yeah, post-pubescent.
Is it? So did you not make any notes throughout the week?
I did, I just kind of speed ran them. Because they were bad. They were
And they were
really
all just
bad.
would you rathers.
No, some of them. Is Fred Durst cool is not a would you rather.
How is that? Why? When did you make that note?
Ooh. Pre-COVID?
What?
Yeah, it was definitely pre-COVID. Yeah. Why? Oh, no. It was when he came out with that new song where he tried rap for a little bit.
That was a lot of songs.
No, he like came out with an album where it was like all rap. You were taking notes all week. Did you just have those two things?
No. I had more, but
I told you it was going to be mostly you doing that. I knew my notes were going to be shit. We can read this article about how to make a successful podcast. We can read benchmarks and best practices for production and marketing in 2024. I bet there's some very interesting stuff in there.
we could. Let's just go over some of the topics that are in there.
Okay,
See if we
Um,
agree.
blah blah blah. I'm just going to kind of skim through this, just read the interesting things.
Uh-huh.
The odds of becoming a successful podcaster is slim. Already got that. We have 100 listeners.
Right.
500 podcasts circulating the internet. Most podcasters quit after their third episode.
Oh, this is where you got that earlier.
That is where I got that. So we gotta make one more after this, and we're
Right.
good. We're Gucci.
True.
You invest so much in your recording studio equipment and editing software, not to mention the hours you spent learning how to use those tools.
Psha,
Brian,
jokes on
did
them.
you?
I didn't
did you
invest
learn-
anything.
Ugh. Ugh.
What?
I think we're already off to a bad start. Here's a guy talking about podcast statistics. There's a lot of listeners. 34% of the U.S. population listens to podcasts. That's
Hey.
kind of cool. The two biggest podcast streaming services are Spotify and Apple. Ugh. Okay.
It's okay.
Are we
don't-
on either of
don't-
those yet?
Well, we don't stream. We upload.
Are we gonna upload to one of those? in
No.
the future? Just
Maybe.
YouTube.
Maybe someday.
Okay. The podcast host states that if your new podcast gets more than 31 downloads within 7 days of its release, it is in the top 50th of podcasts. Or sorry, top 50%.
What?
80% of podcasts don't survive the first 10 episodes.
Ooh.
You have
Yeah.
about 5 laps of fuel left.
The average podcast gets around 27 listens per episode. That is astonishing low.
Low? Yeah, right, because we hit like 1,000 per episode.
Hard stops on the right.
That's the average of every podcast.
You're right.
That's insane. 58% people admit to skipping through
All
podcast
right,
ads if given a
ticket
choice.
flag.
Well, you guys don't get a fucking choice.
Great job, driver.
Demographic. Oh, this is good. We need to know this.
Democrats.
Demographics. 51% male. So we have to cater towards men.
Mm, I'd prefer not.
How do you cater? Oh, we gotta cater towards women.
Neither one.
Oh.
Have you ever tried smelling salts?
True crime is the most popular.
Okay,
Should we
good
just
talk.
make this a true crime podcast?
I guess just ignore me then.
Should we do seasons? This says we should do seasons.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure every podcast does seasons, and they just do one
Ugh.
season.
Apparently, we've been doing these too long. The idea episode length is 30 to 40 minutes.
Yeah, they can suck a chode.
What about smelling salts?
Have you ever done smelling salts?
Have I ever done smelling salts? Many prefer YouTube for podcasts,
Okay.
so that's good. We should be paying attention to metrics. Have you looked at metrics?
No, I'm asking you if you've ever done smelling salts.
Smelling salts?
Yeah.
What are those?
Alright. This has officially become dead air.
We can check out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 platforms we could upload on.
Or you can click the X button.
All right, fine. No, I've never smelt smelling salts. What do you do?
You literally just open it and smell it.
Oh, what's the point of that?
It punches you in the face. Makes you want to
Alright.
run your head through a wall.
Have you?
No. I want to. I want to really bad.
Do we know anywhere that sells smelling salts?
I don't know if anywhere around here sells them. I know you can order them.
I would be worried trying smelling salts.
Why?
You like boomsticks, and that's sort of like smelling salts, right?
The fuck is a boomstick?
The little
No.
sticks I shove up my
No,
nose. and
no, not the
puff.
same. Not the same at all.
It's just
Not
like that on steroids, though, right?
Yeah, but except you don't touch your nose to anything.
But I could if I wanted to, right?
No, you would die.
I could take like the little rocks and just cram them up my nose, and
No, you'd probably die.
it's just ammonia, isn't it? Just ammonia salts.
I don't think so.
I thought it was the same shit that they used to wake up passed out people at
That's fucking
Ambulances.
Narcan.
No, that's
Oh.
for heroin users.
Oh, no, you're thinking of that's just usually it's just
like when
little
someone
pepper
faints and they
packets.
snap it. I
Or
don't know
it
why
could be
that was my
smelling.
snapping
It could
noise.
be smelling salts. I don't know. I want to try some. A lot of weightlifters use them though. Like they'll just take a whiff before they start lifting. Like if they're lifting a really heavy weight, and then they'll just fucking throw it through the ceiling.
I get on a little binge one night. I saw a couple videos. Okay, I saw a video about weightlifting and adrenaline and why adrenaline's important for like reaching PBs or PRs and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and how smelling salts is useful for that. However, most weightlifters, at least according to this video, don't prefer sniffing salts because while it does kind of jolt your system, it does naturally send Like it does send adrenaline through your body, but not enough. So what they'll do is just slap the shit out of their balls.
Yeah, fuck that.
But that's free. You don't have to do it. I could do it for you.
No, it's okay.
right before,
Nope.
right before you start deadlifting, I'll just kick you as hard as I can.
Nope.
The trick is not collapsing as soon as it happens.
Oh, is that the trick?
That's the trick, and to probably wear a cup.
Well, then there's no point.
Oh, you think my kicks can't break a cup?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
fuck
what they're
you.
designed for.
No, they're designed for other people's kicks. I have
Okay.
super kicks. Super strong, like a emu or a kangaroo or a third Australian animal
Speaking of
that
Australian
kicks.
animals,
Ooh, yes.
you saw yourself in the mirror lately?
Why?
Like
Oh, my
in a
dream.
dream?
I had a dream,
Yeah.
and it really fucked up like my whole week, honestly. Ryan, by the way, don't ever say that to me ever again.
What?
There are two things I hate in this world: clocks and mirrors. Do not ever ask me if I see myself in the mirror recently. It scares the shit out of me.
What if I told you I saw yourself in the mirror?
Stop. Don't. I had a dream that I was getting ready for work. And you ever have those dreams where they're like hyper realistic, where they feel very real and they're very mundane and like nothing is really going on in those dreams?
Yeah.
I was having one of those. I'm usually pretty good about telling when I'm in a dream. Not that I can really do anything about it. Like I can't like lucid dream, but I'll be like, ah, this is a dream. I'm just gonna like roll with the punches.
Mhm.
But this one was not one of those. So I'm like getting ready for work. Where I'm like, I even like laid in bed for like half an hour before I even like got out of bed, and I let the dogs out. I go into the bathroom to like piss, get ready, all that good stuff, and I look in the mirror, and I'm kind of like, I don't know what I was doing. I might have been like picking at my face or something. I don't fucking know. But I'm like looking at the mirror, and something feels off. So I'm kind of like moving back and forth, and it just seemed different. And I realized that it was like someone trying to mimic what I was doing, not an actual reflection. And as soon as I realized that, and I'm still kind of like leaning kind of back and forth a little bit and side to side, the
Mhm.
reflection stops doing that and then just smiles.
That's
A-
funny.
I woke right the fuck up after that happened. And then I kind of got stuck in a loop where like I would go back to sleep and then I'll have a
Yeah.
highly realistic dream
Mhm.
about me trying to get to work, and then I realized it was a dream and I wake back up. But I was also so tired. The second I woke up, I would only be awake for like a minute before I fell back asleep. So that was a nightmare, and I hated it. And don't ever ask me if I've looked in the mirror recently ever again.
Hmm. It's okay. I look at you every time you look in the mirror.
I don't
But
like the way you say that.
so I've read ways where you can have like purposely have lucid dreams,
Yeah.
and it's worked for me, which is
Okay.
pretty fucking cool. But it's weird because there will be some instances when I'm not trying to have lucid dreams. Um, I'll just have a dream and then I'll realize that it's a dream, but I still can't fucking control anything.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that suck. Those are the
The
ones
I
those are the ones where I'm like I like try to control it and it doesn't work. So I'm just like, yeah, no, fuck this, and then I'll wake up.
I
And then I'll wake up and be like really disappointed because it
I've
could be like the most random thing. It could be like I'm I don't know, fucking like playing for the Los Angeles Dodgers,
Okay.
and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna hit a home run. I'm gonna be the
That's
hero to save the
definitely a
game.
dream.
Oh yeah. And then I don't hit the home run, and then I'm like, yeah, fuck you, dream. And then I'll just wake up and be like, that's
Definitely
fucking
can't play for the
stupid.
Dodgers with a busted ACL. Maybe the Dolphins.
That's
Maybe
football.
the maybe the maybe the Penguins.
Keep going.
Penguins
Got any
is
more?
maybe the Heat. Is that one? Is that baseball?
That's another That's basketball. You've so far
Maybe
named football, basketball, and hockey.
maybe the US 500 meter dash.
Swimming or running?
Running.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you could do running. You don't need an ACL for run, or I mean swimming. You don't need an ACL for swimming.
Yeah, I could just compete in the women's class.
Well,
Yeah, you're allowed to do that.
okay. But then why don't women get an additional ACL sewn in and swim under the men's?
Because they have their own class.
Right. Um. No, I've had similar dreams, but I think they fucked up the way I did a similar thing where I learned how to do lucid dreams. But I kind of gave up halfway through, so I just know how to tell when I'm dreaming, and I felt like it has completely fucked up dreaming for me. All my dreams are
Yeah.
kind of bullshit now. Though I have learned. Have you ever had those dreams where like physics is kind of like fucked up? You know what I'm talking? Like you're trying to
Mm,
run and it feels like you're running through mud, or you try to
yeah.
scream but like you can't.
Uh huh.
Or you try to throw something and it just drops like an inch in front of you.
Yeah.
I have had a series of dreams where it's like when you're in a video game and you find a bug or a glitch
I had one dream
that
where I was
breaks the
running down the
game.
road and you ran past me, and I was like, what the fuck?
All right, funny man, funny guy. What are you trying to say?
How could I put this? Let's see.
Politely, hopefully.
Because I was in a car.
Oh, okay. You did just say I was running down the street.
Yeah, like, hey, I gotta run somewhere, and then you get in your car and go to the store.
Right.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
I remember having a very vivid dream, probably in high school, where it hadn't been high school because it was about Black Friday, and I haven't given a shit about Black Friday since. And I was sitting waiting for the sales to start because this was like back when they did them like right at midnight, you know. And I was saying like crisscross applesauce, and I kind of like flicked my foot, and I realized that in the dream, I didn't realize I was dreaming, but I did realize I broke physics. Because in the dream, if you sit crisscross applesauce and you had your feet perfectly under you, you didn't have to worry about the weight of your body. You just kind of levitated. And then you could take your arms and push real hard. And it's kind of like you were on a scooter, but you go real, real fast. Um, so then I started no clipping, trying to speed run the game. So that
Oh,
was cool.
hang on, pause for a moment. Is it really weird that I just smelt one of your farts?
No, why would that be weird?
I just, because I didn't fart.
Are you close to a mirror?
Actually, yeah. Yeah, that would explain it, I guess.
Yeah, don't look over in that. Do they smile? Do I
Joey,
smile when you
stop.
look in it? Stop what?
That's
Oh, do you
disgusting.
smell
You
it
need to
again?
fucking quit. No, what you're doing in that mirror.
Oh, don't stop.
I
Okay, I
didn't know you
don't
could
like
bend
this
that
spin.
way.
Stop. Honestly, I'm afraid to look behind me. Don't do this to me, man. This is genuine.
Oh no, that one behind you is fine.
Stop. I will go to bed right now. I live in a room that is 70% windows. I do not want to hear about something behind
Right,
me.
windows.
Don't.
Hmm?
Don't.
Listen, all a mirror is a window that you can't see through.
Or a window into the mirror world where they're all staring at us maliciously, waiting until we drop our guard. But then they climb through and eat us.
And do you like mustard on your cheeseburgers?
Yeah, you have to have mustard on your cheeseburgers.
But what about pickles?
Um, depends on the burger. I could take it or I could leave
No.
it.
I bet you could take it.
Talking about slices, right?
No.
Are you putting whole pickles on your hamburgers?
Oh, wait. Yeah, yes, I'm talking about slices. I thought you asked if you told me about slices. But
the
yes, I am
fuck?
talking about slices. No pickle belongs on a burger. No matter how big, how small, you put a pickle on a burger, you ruin it.
I think
Ruin.
I think it depends what you have on the burger. I think some could use like a little pickle.
Okay, yeah, you're right. If you want a burger without meat, cheese, any kind of toppings, if you just want a burger that's
Mhm.
bun and pickle, then yeah, put
Bun.
pickles on your burger.
Get rid of the hamburger.
Yeah.
Make the bun smaller
Uh-huh.
and bun shaped. Put a hot dog on it. Add tomato, celery, salt, and mustard,
I don't know what
and
you
the
just
pickle,
fucking said.
of course. You make a hot dog.
Pickles don't belong on a hot dog either. Unless it's relish.
Ah, you've never tried it.
I don't want to.
Nah, it would change your life.
It wouldn't. And it has to, because it
Ryan,
has to be sweet relish. Because I've had dill
Ryan,
relish on a hot dog, ruins it.
when it comes to, have I ever led you astray before?
Yeah.
When?
Talking about pickles on it, because I've had pickles on a hot dog. It's gross.
Besides that,
Yeah.
when?
You lead me astray all the time.
About hot dogs.
Oh, about hot dogs? Well, there was that one time.
No, that was not leading you astray, and you know it. You still do it to this day, you nasty fuck.
I was
What
talking
were
about
we
when you
talking
said you
about?
could only fit two.
Okay,
What?
that is not what I was. Wait, hold on. What?
You said you could only fit two in there, and there was way more than two.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You know, that one time over over at that one kid's house.
Who kid?
Remember the one that, you know, did the experiments with the hot dogs?
Was I asleep when this happened? That happens a lot.
Well, we thought you were asleep, but we kept seeing you peek open with that one eye at us.
I was asleep, Ryan. Do you remember? And let me see if I can think of the guy's name. We hung out with him once at his house and then never again. He was a grade above us. He played baseball with you guys.
Okay.
Marcus?
Oh, Marcus Staten.
You remember when we hung out at his
Yeah,
house?
dude, that was so fucking weird.
I don't even know why it happened.
It was
We never.
It was only weird because we had never hung out with him.
Yeah, it was that. That's why I just thought about this, and I was like, "Wait, why were we hanging out with Marcus?"
But it honestly was like one of the funnest times I've had.
It wasn't for me.
Why?
Do you not remember what happened with the fucking blow dart?
No.
Marcus had a blow dart, like a 4 foot long blow dart, and he was showing it off. And then you found a pack of pencils
Oh yeah.
and started cramming them in the blow dart and shooting them off the wall. And then I guess in your brain you went, "That's kind of cool. I wish I had a live target." And then you pointed the fucker at me.
Oh fuck. Yeah. Remember
And
all the what?
Marcus thought it was so funny. He was like, "Ryan, stop hitting him with pencils." And he ripped it away from you, loaded one in, and then shot me with the fucking pencil.
Yeah. Remember all the pepper on the floor?
Was it pepper? I thought it was sugar.
Oh, it may have been sugar.
I think because we were making coffee at like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, we got
I,
sugar all over his kitchen floor, and he's like,
I,
"Guys, my mom's gonna be pissed." So I took the broom and swept it under the stove.
I remember. All I remember is the blow darts, and then we being like, "We need coffee. We're gonna stay up. We're gonna pull an all-nighter." And we go into his kitchen. And he's like, "We gotta be real quiet. My mom's sleeping." I don't even remember what happened, but we got into a giggle fit. And you know, giggle fit's always worse when you're not allowed to giggle.
Mhm.
And I remember
When
you
you gotta be
holding the
quiet.
sugar. You had like a cup of sugar in your, like a jar of it or something, or maybe it was like a spoon full
Oh.
of sugar. I think it was a jar. I think you were holding the jar, and you were giggling so much you couldn't stand up. Like you were clutching the counter, and I'm laughing, like trying to be like, "Ryan, you're
Oh,
holding
fuck.
sugar," but I'm like almost on the ground. And Marcus is like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then you just spill it everywhere,
Oh,
like
fuck.
everywhere.
There's a lot of sugar.
It was a lot. It's better than the time we were like, "Fuck it, we need coffee," and then we went to make coffee and there were cockroaches in the coffee maker.
Yeah, that was a bad time.
I prefer a ton of sugar than
But, you know,
cockroaches.
I wish we had some coffee to pull an all-nighter with everyone here, but it's about that time, ladies and gentlemen.
51%, gentlemen.
And the other percent women.
49.
Yeah,
Let's be inclusive.
you're right.
Probably
Like
49. But
30%, and then dogs and cats.
okay. All right. Sure. Fair enough. Horses. I know we were very big in the horse community.
Equine. That's what they used to call me
Equine.
in high school.
Some bovine. No one ever called you that.
Equine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Ryan, you're getting confused. They called you that because
Uh.
you were a giant horse cock, not because you had a giant horse cock.
That's not what I was saying at all. Anyways,
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here with us tonight.
and thank you for palling around.
Make sure to hit that like and subscribe.